AFTV, fresh back from the Diamond Lounge.
Diamond
Lounge.
Yeah, I see you slumming it in Club Lounge, you know what I mean?
Yeah, only because it's really cheap today, you know what I mean? So you can grab it up, but the Diamond Lounge ain't cheap at any time. How do you manage that?
Oh, well, got to thank Michelle for that, like, you know. So steak, chips, champagne. I've not even had a lager today, it's all been champagne. Champagne and steak, fantastic.
Bloody hell,
Bit better than the game.
He's gone. Right, what did you make of the game?
Disappointing. I'm going to be honest. I know it's only pre-season, but I'm slightly worried. You know, watching that defensive performance again today, same mistakes. You know, missing chances up front. I will say this though. Willock's goal was a goal, by the way, because we had it on the screen.
It looked like it crossed the line.
100% crossed the line. 100% crossed the line. But what I looked at today, and I watched Chelsea today, I watched it closely. Forget about pre-season, forget about the result and that. They're miles better than us. And that's a problem, and we've got to work it out. Midfield-wise, I'm going to say this, Parsey was absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, he was excellent.
Absolutely outstanding until he went off injured. And then we've got El Neni and Xhaka. And I'll tell you what, people can criticise Xhaka, they can do what they want about him, but he's the best of a bad bunch at this moment in time unless we improve on it. And it doesn't look like we're going to improve on it. So, you know, people slagging him off and everything like that, I don't see why.
Well, I thought he had a very good game.
Yeah, he done really well.
Scored as well.
He scored as well.
Yeah.
So if you know, I get what people are saying, but ultimately, if you're not going to get the players in that that are not there, then it's best to go with what you've got.
Yep. Aubameyang, a bit worrying up front, right? Because even though Chelsea did have those chances, we had chances as well, and he missed two. I mean, the header that he missed. Oh. Come on, he's got to be burying that, hasn't he?
Well, two guilt chances, really. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not the first time, and it is now starting to get a little bit worrying. But ultimately, it's still pre-season, so you're still looking to get in the sharpness. But I look at other players, and they're banging in goals left, right, and centre around Europe and whatever, and he's not. And it is a bit of a worry, like, you know, that is our problem. We lack goals from up front and we lack goals from midfield. And there's no one in midfield that's going to score goals for us. And there's no one in up front that's going to score goals for us. So we've got to address that. And we've had 4 or 5 weeks in the transfer window at this moment in time. We've not addressed that.
What else do we need then?
Well, we need a creative midfield player. They're 100%, like, you know. I look at Smith Rowe. I think he's a very, very good player, but he's not going to create the things that we need. And I'm watching games like today. We're not, I wouldn't say in the ascendancy, but we're in control. We're looking very, very good. Don't really look like we're going to break them down, and then we're whacked on the counter attack. You know, so we need someone that's going to pick a pocket. You know, and we haven't got no one like that at the moment.
And Ben White, what did you make of him? Made his debut today.
Well, listen, Ben White done okay, but listen, there's a lot of Arsenal fans out there at the moment that are saying that Tammy Abraham's not good enough for Arsenal. He ripped us apart in that second half, and he's not good enough for Arsenal. So what does that tell you? That he's not good enough, or our defence isn't good enough? And then that's the big worry. But ultimately, you know, Ben White come on, he's not going to partner. He's going to partner Mari, if I'll be honest, you know, or Gabriel when he's fit. But it is a bit of a worry from that point of view. You know, like, Ben White's a good signing, Robbie. I think he's a very, very good signing, but we need more. You can see that today. We need more. And you know, I look at it today. Look at the second goal today. Come on, and I thought what I'd do is I have a little look at what Mikel Arteta done. Do you know what he done when that goal went in? He started clapping. He started clapping.
I think he was clapping too.
Clapping why?
Listen,
come on.
I've heard a few people say this now. He's
come
clapping.
On.
No, but hold on, Lee. He's clapping to say, "Come on, guys." Instead of, like, you know, you see managers do that. Instead of slagging the player off, they're trying to encourage the player and say, "All right, come on, lift your head up. Lift your head up, let's go again."
Clapping. I'm sorry.
So what do you want him to do? Start booing?
Well, no.
You know what I mean? He's got to encourage his players.
I get that. He's got to encourage his players. But, like, you know, these things have got to stop. These things have been going on far too long now. You know, I know it's only pre-season, but these things have got to be stopped and cut out now. You know what I mean? Like, because you cannot do that against good sides like Chelsea going into the season, like, you know. So my argument is with Arteta, and I really say this now in a positive way as well. If you haven't got the players to do that, why are you continuing to keep doing it? Change it, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, these mistakes are going to happen. You're going to get caught out. So don't do it. just make sure you do the things properly. I thought defensively we looked okay in the first half, and then what we do, you know, like as a defensive shape.
In the first half?
Well, no, I think.
I think you were drinking too much of that champagne. We should have been about 3 down.
Yeah, we should have been. But as a defensive shape, we weren't too bad. But what we do is we make silly errors. You know, silly errors because we're told to do things, or they're told to do things. Play this, play that. Like, you know, you can't excuse what Bellerin done. You know what I mean? Like, you know, people will criticise Arteta and things like that, but you know, ultimately you can't criticise it. But he's encouraging us to play. Get players in there that you can play. Now, the worrying thing for me is now I don't know how long Partey's going to be out. But I'm going to say this now, he's looked quality in pre-season. He's looked really, really good in pre-season. Yeah. But again, another little injury. He's never been injured when he was in Madrid. He never got injured, and now he's injured in pre-season. I don't think it was too much, a little bit of precaution. But hopefully he can come. Because I'll tell you what, he looked good today. Yeah. He looked really, really good today, like, you know. And I think that if we can just work out, just get that midfield player in, or I think 1 or 2 midfield players in, if I'll be honest. Then we're halfway there. I thought Chambers done well again today at right back. Nothing spectacular, but just done a job there. So you know, I don't think it's all doom and gloom. I really don't. But ultimately, they've got to start cutting out these mistakes, and you've got to start getting scoring the goals. And Aubameyang at the moment is a little bit of a worry.